Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their now healthy quarterback at 29 years of age in his 7th season out of Stanford, Andrew Luck.
And the big news for the big passer from Stanford in 2018, a clean bill of health. Missed all of 2017 after complications from shoulder surgery. And this is a guy who had 40 touchdown passes in 2014. Anything even approaching that number could drastically alter the future of this franchise.
On 1st and 10, Luck. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. And here are the Colts offensive starters.
T.Y. Hilton's the guy that I'm going to be keeping a big eye on because when you put together 4 straight Pro Bowls, led the NFL in receiving yards 2016, you know the 2017 yards were an aberration. Okay, he was less than 1,000 yards receiving. Inconsistent quarterbacking play, but I think he bounces back big in 2018 and beyond. 2-yard explosive, being able to go down the middle.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Frank Clark in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Returnable for Lockett. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. We take a closer look at Russell Wilson, the Pro Bowl quarterback in his 7th season out of Wisconsin.
So knowing the style of offense that Seattle favored or has favored during Russell Wilson's time there, raise your hand if you thought you'd see him lead the league in touchdown passes.
My hand's down right now.
That's what I thought. He only had 21 in 2016, so we didn't see that part coming. The Seahawks missed the playoffs for the first time in Russell Wilson's tenure last season, but expect that to change going forward.
Yeah, 34 touchdown passes last year on the heels of the 21 you mentioned the season before. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Now Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Seahawks. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. Janikowski adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
That 1st down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Love. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Grant. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a carry from Mack. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. These two teams, Colts and Seahawks, they met on a Sunday night a season ago. It was actually the Colts with a 5-point lead at halftime, but then the second half flipped the script. Seahawks exploded, outscored Indy 36-3 on their way to a 46-18 victory. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep for Hilton. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 53 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. A little juke. Fights through at the 5. And Hill running right through it. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Wilson, he's going to air this out for Baldwin. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin, 60 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass, and that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. To kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw is Love. And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Space to maneuver at the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Wilson now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. On first down, Wilson, flush to his right, and he's got some space here. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. And we take a look at the offense for the Seahawks.
And that means my eyes go to Doug Baldwin out on the perimeter. He plays the game so hard and with such passion, but also plays it skillfully. Only one drop last season on his way to another Pro Bowl season.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Here's the Colts defense, and we've talked so much this preseason about the offense and Andrew Luck, but we focus here defensively. How about Hassan Ridgeway? Already has 4 sacks so far in the preseason.
So we're thinking about how does that translate into the regular season? Well, we'll find out. But for any player seeking to distinguish himself, if you have a big preseason, your confidence level goes so high, you think that you'll just go ahead and be that same player in the regular season, and oftentimes it happens.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Janikowski adds the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Colts getting ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. Now, a big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's where it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and try to account for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when the X and O doesn't work. That's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now, Russell Wilson appears to be shaken up. And you know they're holding their breath over on that sideline. He's still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now Hundley. Nowhere to his escape, and he goes down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Now Love. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already getting into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go through a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
And these guys used a 4th-round pick on him this year specifically for red zone situations like we just saw, where he can use his big body to find open space in the end zone.
Janikowski on for the extra point. Janikowski good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Well, not content with the first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Staying on the ground with Matt. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Locke. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Caught left side by Hilton. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam.
On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And down inside the 15 he goes. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. That's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron from 3 yards out. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
Ebron never really found his footing in Detroit despite being a first-round draft choice with just 11 touchdown catches in 4 years. But the Colts think he's got the potential to really help their passing game, especially in the red zone, and he delivers right there.
Vinatieri now for the point after. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Block at the return. Ooh, a juke. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Seahawks on top here early. We'll be back to Seattle right after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers, You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down deep into Indianapolis territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 92 yards. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So he fielded the kick at the 8 and never looked back. A great return all the way to the end zone. 92 yards all told. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Lockett the return. Gets past one man. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Wilson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Wilson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
My head coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, don't compound it with bad decision as well. And I think that we just saw there, harassed in the pocket, and throwing the double coverage anyway.
He called you Laddie?
He called me Laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now it's Wilson. He's got the tight end, Bennett. He showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He's going to loft this one, deep left sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
To throw is Wilson, fighting his way through contact. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 81 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Andrew Luck and company heading back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop there, Tom Johnson.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a first down throw, Luck. And the catch made by Hilton. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing again is Locke. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll run it with Mack, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game. Now Luck on 3rd and goal.
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that will shave one more off this lead. Lockett the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And time for us to spotlight Doug Baldwin. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start. Got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Definitely worth taking in our deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Wilson, flush to his right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down deep into Indianapolis territory. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin, 44 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Normally, this is a surprise. A quarterback scoring on a long run and not getting chased down by the defense. But the athleticism and speed of the quarterback position gets better every year.
Janikowski on for the extra point. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive, 4 plays, and it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game, because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Brian Grant, the intended target, and now it's third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Matt, able to power through, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Luck, and his throw's going to be incomplete. The Colts on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. And that will be incomplete as well.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be taken at the 13. Gets around him. And a nice spin into some open field. Tyler Lockett. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 87 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Brandon, I loved his game in college, and I thought he would translate well as a pro. Boy, did he exceed my expectations. Another punt return for a touchdown.
Busted onto the scene as an all-pro returner as a rookie. He's not looking back. Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This will be fielded at the 8. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the gun on third down. It's complete to Grant. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, churning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On third down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Company getting ready to go again on offense. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On second down, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
Now Wilson on first down, escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And the Colts coming out now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
To throw is Lott. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Now Hundley. Completes it to Dixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Throwing, Hundley. Flush to his right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And now it's 2nd down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Block on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And time for us to spotlight Doug Baldwin. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a 3rd person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. He's going to rifle one. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to throw, Love. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this 3rd quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Lockett the return. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. On first down, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. Space to run past the 20, and all the way down to the 17-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now the ball comes loose. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now it's Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Janikowski good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Taking it about the 16. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 84 yards. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
Brandon, his second punt return for a touchdown in this game. But where's Marvin? That's got to be somewhere near a record, right?
Well, it ties the record, as you know. Been done 14 times coming into 2016. Hasn't been done since 2012 until that moment. Janikowski on for the extra point. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Mack, and he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Out of the gun, Luck. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's there've got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, here's Lott. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And he's got Rodgers. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if it's called revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, here's Lott. Wide open receiver complete. The 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. 62 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
On the run, it's Robert Turbin. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw on second down is Locke. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Lockett the return. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And the tight end, Dixon, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Janikowski bangs it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department. department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. We focus our attention on the Seahawks defense now. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get it into the end zone, and when you don't, you walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling at the end of this drive? Here's Locke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
23 yards on the play. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
And was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe...
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton from 19 yards away. And it's for pride now, but the Colts get a bit closer. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So it's safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Lockett the return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Doug Baldwin and company getting ready to go again on offense. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Come on, let's go!
Now Hundley, flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Check.
Throwing, Hundley. Completes it to Dixon. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
Let's go! What? 90! What?
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute, but when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going, able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extras...
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And the Colts getting ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Love. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 11.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. And a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw here, escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put your...
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Open space. The ball comes out. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Now, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On first down, it's Love. And his throw here's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Luck on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Hey, 4 down. Second out. 390.
To the air again. Luck. Open man is Darius Fountain. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Darius Fountain, 41 yards. And the Colts gain a bit of respectability.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Lockett the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now they'll switch it up here. Look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Past the 20. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Let's go! 38!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
What's that? 20, out. 5, 40.
On 1st and 10, Locke. That is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Locke on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And that is incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Pass interference. Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Brett Hundley taking it in from 4 yards out. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ross Travis, 69 yards. And it's for pride now, but the Colts get a bit closer.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Vinatieri now for the point after. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsau? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Let's go. What?
Now Hundley escaping the pressure right. And the tight end Dixon left side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing, Hundley. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a third down. And now, is it 4th down? No, it's 3rd down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Janikowski bangs it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed him out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And the Colts coming out now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, that's Mack. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. John Simon in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Seahawks on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is third down and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. They're going to look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
His throw incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
From the gun on third down, Luck. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he fields it cleanly. A beautiful spin and room to run. A great return there of 22 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. Fancy footwork in midfield. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.